Hey, man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibing with Veto. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview.
Peace.
Okay, we live in the crib, Vibing with Veto. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on Vibing with Veto. Hey, man, and also follow the Instagram at Vibing with Veto. I got a gentleman sitting right next to me in a hot seat, man, all the way from New York.
Word,
You feel what I'm saying?
Peace.
Blessed me with a bottle, man. He came through. I'm grateful to have you.
Peace.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
I appreciate it.
No, I mean,
Introduce yourself to the people.
it's Agape Mikkel, aka the Lux God, fashion designer, amongst other things. But yeah, that's really it.
Word.
Yeah.
So what brings you to the city, man?
A couple things. Vacation.
Facts. Who doesn't love a vacation?
Right.
In
I'm
Atlanta?
transitioning into something like I just told you.
Facts.
New, you know what I mean? But also, I manage 2 artists from Atlanta, Kaylin the artist,
Okay.
and Jalen Baker.
Okay.
And every time I come to Atlanta, it's an opportunity to kind of like some way, shape, or form get them in position.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Meet people, connect the dots type of thing. But
Right.
that's mainly an to see my homegirl Kamaya.
That's dope. Shout out to
Yeah,
Kamaya,
Kamaya,
man.
that's a big
She's a good soul. Like just a good spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout outs to, like, you can't undermine
Facts.
that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Peace to you.
Facts.
Peace to you.
So let's talk about how important the word "I am" is to you.
Yeah. It's tatted on my lip, actually, too.
Word.
Right? It's 2 of the most powerful words you could speak, right? Anything that comes after that forms your reality, right? I'm big on energy, spirituality, and all that stuff. So however you look at it, even in the book, right, the Bible, without getting too thick,
You good.
it says life and death is in the power of the tongue. Your language creates your reality. So that's all where the concept of I am came from me. You know what I'm saying? So it's big to me. I try to live by that. You feel me? So it's kind of the formula for manifestation almost.
Facts.
Yeah.
How important is the word intention for you?
To be honest with you, that's a new thing. Like, I've obviously heard it before, but I'm just starting to learn about intention, like how powerful intention is.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
I'm glad you actually said that, because I haven't given it much thought prior to you asking me that. But I'm realizing that it's a lot of power in intentions, just like the word I am. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah. So I am and
Intentions, they kind of go hand in hand. Yeah.
Right. So like you said, everything that you say after I am, you're basically already sparking that into the universe. You know what I'm saying? You're creating a thing behind it, right?
Definitely.
I am, intention, it being intentional. That's also like something that's super powerful. So when whatever you set your intentions on and say that you're going to do, I mean, hey, it's powerful to be intentional about doing those things. I had somebody on a show a couple of weeks ago, and they were telling me a lot of times that we try to plan our year out based off of the months, right? Yeah. But instead of like being very strategic on like our intentions and what we want to do. Right. So yeah, we can always say, all right, cool, I want to lose weight. I want to be 50 pounds lighter, and I want to do it in 6 months, right? But if you don't have like the actual steps on what you're gonna do to do that and set your intentions
not setting the
on
intent.
that,
Exactly.
You're not setting the intention. So that's super important too.
I'm glad
as well.
you actually said that to give me some homework, actually, because
facts.
I'm big on everything that has to do with evolution, alignment. So that's part of it too. The word intent. So I'm big on that. That's dope.
So let's talk about your journey, man. What has gotten you to this level, and what are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for life, first and foremost. Like I gotta start off with that. You know what I mean? Because we ain't guaranteed to be it.
Absolutely.
But now that I'm here, I'm also grateful for all the little intricate details, some of the things I've experienced, some of the people I've met, for example, this weekend, right? Just being able to, this right here, I'm grateful for this.
Right.
This is super dope, right?
Right.
Another opportunity to speak, and you know what I mean, things that matter, and hopefully the ultimate goal is to get to a place where my voice could be heard on my range. You see what I'm trying to say? So I'm grateful for that. But as far as my journey and what got me here, I think it's just ever since I was a kid. I'm from Trinidad. I was born in Trinidad, right?
Okay.
I came here when I was 11. It's crazy because I always felt like internally I was designed to do something big. always felt that. And rest in peace to my grandmother. She always used to say that to me.
Right.
But I was too young to really, obviously I was 6, 7. I was too young to understand exactly what she was referring to. But,
right.
You know, it's that's like the foundation. And then as I grow and some of the things I've been through, it just kind of like shaped
right
where I'm at now.
Right.
And it's still shaping where I'm going. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So in terms of fashion, right? I know fashion plays a big part of your journey and stuff like that. When did that idea spark that you wanted to do that? You know, I know you said that when you were little, you always knew that you were going to do something big. But when did fashion come to play?
Same thing, Trinidad.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, my mother, she they left to go to America to make a better life or whatever.
Okay.
But she used to send me clothes. So I don't know if you ever heard of Carl Kanai.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Carl Kanai was hard.
A lot of people haven't heard of Carl
Still
Kanai.
To this day, if I can get some pieces.
They trying to come back, right?
Facts. If I can get some pieces like from before, like I definitely.
So what happened was my mother, I'll never forget, she sent me a mustard color corduroy Carl Kanai denim suit. I was like 6, 7.
Dope.
And I ain't know what the fuck I was. I could curse on this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good, you good.
What the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
But I just remember as a kid always trying to put pieces and colors together. And as I got older, when I came to this country, in high school, I had a clothing brand called Starlistic.
It was your clothing brand?
I was fascinated with stars.
Right.
This is a true story.
Right.
So I come in, I tell you no lie. I used to put stars on my clothes in high school. I started high school in
before Da Vinci.
Not only that, before Michael Marion.
I
just have to be honest. You feel me?
Facts.
And that's where the name Starlistic came from. And then I used to design in the neighborhood. Like I used to do airbrush my boots and T-shirts. I used to design for the neighborhood. So fashion has always been a thing, but I didn't understand. I didn't have the foundation.
Right.
As far as sketching and verbiage and all these different things. I went to college.
Okay.
Right. I moved to Miami. This is where I met Kamaya.
Okay.
Right. And I graduated in 2010. When I came back to New York in 2010, I went to fashion school in 2012.
Okay.
Got kicked out.
Right.
However, prior to getting kicked out, I still got the foundation on the basic sketching and silhouettes and verbiage and all these different things like that.
Dope.
And I was like, you know what? When you look at a lot of these designers, they don't have fashion school in their resume. Like a lot of them are self-taught, right?
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I mean, don't get me wrong. You have to know enough.
Yeah, you got to know enough to do.
About.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
In terms of construction, you have a seamstress.
Right.
You got to be able to articulate so they understand what you're talking about. Makes sense?
Right.
But you don't. There's nothing that says you have to have a fashion degree to be a successful fashion designer. 90% of them don't have a fashion degree.
Word.
But so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do that. I'll take the foundation and I'll just do my own thing. And that's what I did. And one thing I did take from it though was sketching.
Yeah.
I was always thumbnail sketches or whatever. Right. So I was able to demonstrate on piece of paper something that when I presented to who was going to do the sewing, they could make it become a reality kind of thing.
That's powerful.
And exactly.
That's
and
powerful.
Then and that's when I started designing for people, actually.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
who are some of the people that you have been designing for?
I did West Side Gun.
Okay.
I did Dusty Locane.
Okay.
I did some other like local people.
Yeah.
Right? But those were like some of the big names that I mean, you know, to me they're big.
How was that experience working with West Side Gun?
West Side Gun is one of my biggest inspiration
He's super dope.
He's super fly. And I've met him a couple of times too. It's crazy. His energy is like mad calm.
Really?
He look gaudy, but like he's actually super laid back, super chill. You know what I mean? So
he into wrestling too.
That's just different for a rapper.
I love wrestling. So.
Which is different. You don't really see that in the music culture. Rappers into wrestling, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I just did it for him. I gave it to him. You know what I mean? I drove to Buffalo from New York City just to meet him when he had the grand opening for his Buffalo Kid Gallery.
Okay.
Waited in line for like 12 hours. Literally.
So he wasn't there for 12 hours?
No, he was there, but the line was so long, people wanted to see him. So I waited in line until
it was cold. It was cold.
Nah, well, it was inside.
Okay. I was about to say, boy, you a strong dude.
No. But I mean, driving to Buffalo during the snow was a big commitment. You know what I mean? But once I got there, it was in a mall, a shopping center. Okay. But the line was so long, and plus people wanted autographs and all these different things. So by the time I got to him, it was like 12 hours. No exaggeration.
Damn.
So when I finally met him, I presented him with a bag. He did this. He was grateful, and he listened to what I had to say. He hugged me, took a picture with him. I have the picture on my phone, and it wasn't no long. I'm in a studio.
Right.
It wasn't like that. But
has he worn any of the pieces? Have you seen?
To be quite honest with you, I presented him with the pieces. I don't know if he actually wore the pieces. You see what I'm trying to say? But he did. He did look at it. He did receive it. But he gets shit for free. He probably threw it in a closet or something.
He probably wore that shit.
Yeah, but if he did, he didn't post it or he didn't tag me.
Right.
You know what I mean? The only person that actually did that was Dusty Locane.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Shout out to him. Yeah, and he actually, the video, Ready to Rumble video on YouTube, that got like, I want to say like 5 million views.
Damn.
If you YouTube that video now, he's in the ring with the piece I designed him. And he was like the first person that actually said it and did it. He didn't cap.
Crazy.
And I'm not saying West Side Gun is cap.
No. I know that.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? For whatever the reason is, he just followed through. Dusty followed through. I'm actually cool with Dusty now too.
Facts.
And I did security work for West Side Gun as well. So I met him like 3 times.
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
It's crazy how the universe works, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy. I've got videos on my phone me doing security for West Side Gun.
And then
I designed a piece for him first. And I met him like a year later, and I did security for him.
Did you talk to him like, hey, bro, I designed that piece for you?
I didn't approach him on that type of time.
It was more like work.
I just did work, you know what I mean? He recognized me, though. He remembered me. But I did shit like that. You got to be mindful of people's space. You don't always want to overwhelm people with shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what, whatever. It is what it is. But I'm just grateful to have the conversation with him. You know what I mean?
Facts. So being that you're in fashion, right? And we gonna stay right here because I'm interested.
Nah, that's a fact. I could talk about this for hours.
Facts. Being that you're into fashion, you got people like, rest in peace, Vurgil, Pharrell, multiple people that have been like pillars in the fashion community. Yeah. And black too as well.
That's a fact.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, in the fashion world? Or what? Let me rephrase that. What do you strive to become in the next 5 years?
A household name.
Word.
A household name, just like Virgil, just like Pharrell. I have to be honest though, like fashion will always be a passion of mine. It will always be something at some point I go back to. A couple years ago, prior to investing into the 2 artists I told you about, right? The vision was just fashion. And then when Kalen gave me the opportunity to be his manager, the vision changed from that to now, once he makes it, I just clothe him with my pieces.
Oh, that's smart too.
Each year has like a marketing kind of thing. Yeah, 2 birds in 1 stone. Fashion is weird, man. It's like just like music, right? Artists pull from different things to get inspired, right? I don't just design to design. Like something has to move me,
right?
And the pieces that I make are not everyday pieces,
right?
Now in fashion, there's runway, i.e. couture, high end. Couture is like one of one pieces, right? And then there's ready-to-wear pieces, which is where the designers, that's the pieces that they push in the stores to sell. That's the pieces that actually make some of the money. Like Ralph Lauren, that's why he's so successful, because he has high-end brands, like Purple Label, Black Label, and then he has the regular. Those are what you call the ready-to-wear pieces. Those are the mass production pieces. So to answer your question, I do see myself in the next 5 years on some capacity in doing fashion, or being close to doing it as possible. And what I mean by that is like both my artists are going to be successful.
Facts.
Right? Before 5 years.
Facts.
And when they are, then we'll see what happens. I will never lose my love for fashion. That will never happen. But I think the reason why it's kind of difficult for me to kind of give you a solid answer with that is because I got to keep it a buck with you. Like, I'm not at the moment aggressively feeding that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Like, my mind is elsewhere.
Okay.
But yeah, and definitely in the next 5 years, somewhere close to it, doing fashion or music. Once, if I could get in the music thing,
you always can do the fashion.
I would always do the fashion.
Yeah,
thing.
facts.
Easy. So I think my focus right now is the music thing, getting back to the music thing.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
This segment is vibing with Veto shout-outs, right?
Yeah, peace.
So what we're gonna do now is you'll shout out some of the people who have been very like motivational or like inspiring to you on your come up. So you can name as many people as you want.
In terms of like industry or just people in general?
Just people in general in your life.
Oh, no, that's so dope. I appreciate that. No order, just people who've been there, who've known me for a long time. Definitely Kamaya.
For sure. Shout out Kamaya.
I've known Kamaya for God knows how long, a little minute now. But yeah, definitely Kamaya. My sister, Natalie.
Okay.
It's so many people, man.
Thanks.
But
Thanks.
Den. That's one. That's my brother. Like, there's so many people. There's no one people, but
Thanks.
and they know who they are.
Thanks.
Like, it's a lot of them, and I'm super grateful for them. But there's a lot. It's Jones. It's Den. It's Kamaya. It's my sister. It's it's a lot.
Facts.
So shout out to them. Peace to them.
Facts. So on your come up and stuff like that, what was some of the advice that you got from any of those people that stuck with you on your journey now?
I think it's not so much advice with them.
Even advice or words of encouragement.
Yeah, I think it's more like, yo, just keep doing it, bro. Like, don't give up. Like, they get mad. Like, for example, my brother Den, like he doesn't want to wear anything else but mines. And the fact that I have not designed anything in so long, he'd be like, yo, bro, you're bugging. Like, we need your clothes.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? So
facts.
I think that in itself is just a reminder to, like, all right, bro, like, you got to get back into it.
Yeah.
Jalen, too.
Yeah.
Jalen, Kellen, like, they all at some point let me know, like, bro, modestly speaking, you're that guy, like, when it comes to this fashion. And I think I am. I'm going to be honest with you. No disrespect to anybody. Like, I get passionate about this because I see a lot of people doing it. But fashion is an art, just like anything else. You have to pay respects. We go into these stores, right, whether it's Saks Fifth, Louis, and a lot of us purchase these pieces because of the name.
Facts.
The name has a legacy, so you're going to pay for that. I understand that.
Facts.
But you're not, as the consumer, you're not aware of exactly what you're paying for. Right. And I don't blame you because you're not in the industry.
You're not in, yeah.
You just, it's fly, the rappers wear it, so if they wear it, you know what I mean? I get that.
Right.
But for me, it's an art. I look at construction, I look at details, I look at shape, I look at colors. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are some of the elements that defines what fashion is. Fashion is not just clothes. Fashion is actually concepts to fashion that makes it fashion.
Right.
A t-shirt is not fashion.
Right.
Right.
Damn. So when people say like they make a clothing brand, but it's like just
no. That's not fashion.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Fashion is
explain fashion. To the people.
Fashion is the difference between fashion and style. So you could have a clothing brand and t-shirt with a logo on it, and you add your own flavor. That's style. Right.
Right.
Fashion is a different concept. Fashion is like understanding everything that came together to make this one piece. Let me give you an example.
Let
me give you an example. Alexander McQueen. Let's focus on Pharrell. What he doing at Louis.
Right. Is that
that's fashion? That's high end fashion, but it's not fashion because Louis is a household name.
Right.
But when you look at the construction and the art and the details in what he's doing, that is fashion.
Damn. So Pharrell is a fashion designer.
He's a fashion designer.
Okay.
Right. Somebody who order a bundle of t-shirts from a third world country and then you put a logo on it. Yeah. That's dope. That's the way to get money.
Right.
But don't call yourself a fashion designer.
Dang.
That's not a fashion designer.
Dang. So in this world, the fashion world, do fashion designers get upset when people that are just style,
I think, to be quite honest with you, that might be a reach for me to say that they get upset. Maybe they do, but I'm not rubbing shoulders with the big names tonight.
Right. Do you get upset when people say?
I feel some type of way.
Okay, all right.
When I was in fashion school,
right.
We don't see the the creating process, like
Right.
these sweatshops in Guam or Thailand or wherever,
Right.
where these workers are in the sweat machines or
For
the
like
sweatshop.
for like 24 hours. And
But
yeah.
it's more than that. At a time, it's so bad that sometimes they fall asleep at the machine and they lose their finger from the machine.
Damn.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Damn.
I mean, that's on the back end. That's the thing we
Right.
don't see.
Right.
So me knowing that, I approach it from a more, okay, I appreciate this.
Right.
shit.
Right.
I appreciate the blood, sweat, and tears behind it. We
Right.
see the final product.
Right.
We see the shit on the shelf and we go pick it up for $2,500.
Damn.
And then when you spend $2,500, you don't even know what you're paying $2,500 for. A lot of them just say it's a name, it's
That's
Louis,
crazy.
it's trending, so I'm gonna go pay $2,500 because it's Louis.
That's crazy.
But when you look at the details, this button right here,
No, you
might
good.
have the
You good.
LV on it, right? You gotta look at the zipper tipping. You gotta look at the sometimes the fabric may have technology in it. What do I mean by technology? Like they have certain minerals or materials in the fabric that might keep you warm. You know what I mean? Those are the little things that you pay for that people may not be aware of. They just think it's trending, so they're gonna pay for the name. But
Damn.
It's really an art form. It's not something I don't think it's something you just overlook and take lightly. It's definitely an art form.
Damn.
That's why when you
put
look
me
at
on game with that.
That's why when you look at people like Gareth Pugh, right? He's one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
fashion designers.
Mm-hmm.
Gareth Pugh, Rick Owens, Alexander McQueen, Issey Miyake,
Mm-hmm.
John Galliano. When you look at their pieces, Zach Posen, their pieces is avant-garde, man. It's couture.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like
Yeah.
it makes you. At least when I look at it, I'm like, bro, like what space do you have to be in to come up with this shit?
Yeah. Facts.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's my inspiration. When I design clothes, I design from that place. I've done the t-shirt line. That's just to make money for the summer, and people was asking me, so I just gave them something to hold off. But
Right.
after this interview, I'll show you some of the pieces that I've designed, and you kind of get an idea. Like, this is where I'm pulling from. This is where I'm going.
Right.
I make conversational pieces, novelty pieces. You could only wear my piece once or twice,
Damn.
because when you wear it and you walk the streets with it, people
People gonna ask you about it.
like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Who is this? Why you put this on? Like, when I wear some of
Right.
my pieces, people like, yo, bro, why you come outside like this?
Damn.
For real, it happened to me a couple times.
Damn.
But that for me, that's some of the motivation and the inspiration why I do what I do.
Man, that's dope. That's dope.
You feel me?
That you actually answered my question within that, because I was gonna say, where do you pull your inspiration from? So I mean, you already answered
Pull
that.
my inspiration from anything. It depends on the space I'm in too.
Yeah, facts.
You know, I realize when I'm in a dark place or like angry, I like the best creations. I did a collection in fashion school, and one of the materials was razor blades,
Razor blades,
like actual razor blades.
bruh. I gotta see that shit.
It's a sketch, right? What happened was this: but before you do the collection, you have to do the sketch and present it. So I had a presentation. I forgot one of the judges was from Mob Wives back in it. This was in like 2012.
Bruh, you trying to start a riot in there?
So when I went up there, I'd never forget this. She dropped her pen and she did this. She was like, she held her head. And then when she finally found herself, she gathered herself. She said, okay. She was like, yo, explain this to me. What the fuck is this? Literally, that's exactly what she said. She said, what the fuck is this?
Damn.
And I get it. So then there was this guy in the class. His name was Obi. He said, Agape. He was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, you did it. You did your thing. He was like, if Lady Gaga could wear a meat dress to the award show, somebody would wear that. But that was a point well taken.
Right.
You see what I'm trying to say?
Thanks.
So he kind of like made it light in the room, because
light,
everybody, the judges, and they were all black, in all black.
Yeah.
And they was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's crazy.
But yeah, Razor Blades was definitely one. And you know what inspired me for that collection? Black Swan. Remember that movie with the duck? The ballerina movie, The Swan?
Nah, I gotta watch it.
Yes.
I remember it, but
that movie?
I gotta
that movie was crazy. It was crazy. And I was like, and I just pulled from that movie.
Right.
And that's why the collection looks so dark and so like the Razor Blade. If you remember the movie, I think she was like suicidal or something like that. Yeah, she was cut. Yeah, and I was just like, damn, you know. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use a razor blade. But the way I did it, it was like, obviously you can't wear razor blades unless you put it on a fabric.
Yeah, fact.
So it was gonna be like a skin tight fabrication with some like razor blades on it, like a full bodysuit, head to toe, and it's gonna be covered in razor blades.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's gonna be a task to put it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say how the fuck you.
Whenever you put it on and you walk out the room with it, it was gonna be a conversation. But that's the type of stuff. That's the space I be in. That's what I like to design.
Bro, man, crazy, man. Tell the people where they can find you, man. And again, it's been a pleasure to have you, man. Vibing with Veto.
I appreciate you for having me.
This is great.
And honest with you, man. God bless you. But
God bless you too, bro.
The Lux God is THALUXX God with 2 D's.
Yeah.
Make
sure you follow me too.
I already did it.
Oh, you did? All right, cool.
As soon as she made the connection, I already did it. I mean, and I looked through the shit too. I looked through your graphics.
Oh yeah.
It's a new page. My old page, I had a little more of a following because it was more fashion focused, and then my Instagram got hacked or whatever. So it's a new page, but you can follow me on that. And right now, a lot of my content is fashion, but like I'm also really big on like just awareness as a people. Carbonated people, melanated people, you know what I mean? So I'm not actively, like I said, doing anything fashion related at the moment because I do so much, but I use my platform to kind of create awareness for my people type shit.
But you want to know one thing that you just said? It's a word that you said, create. You're a creator.
Yeah.
You're a creator.
Facts.
Fashion designers are creators.
Facts.
So if you're on your page, you're still creating a space, and you're still doing it.
And it's crazy because before there's the last thing I'm gonna say. So my clothing brand is AIM Agape Mikkel. So I'm big on acronyms and affirmations.
Facts.
So AIM is AIMIAM. So it's all is mind, I affirm mind. So everything is mentalism. Everything starts with the mind.
Right.
And then you think it, conception, you think it, then you speak it. Then you apply motion behind it. That's how you create, right? So Agape Mikkel, the foundation of it, AIM Agape was built on creating awareness, however it may look. It don't have to come cut clean,
right?
Because there's no growth when you're comfortable, right? Growth comes from discomfort, you know what I mean? And I like to provoke,
right?
I love to provoke, so. It shows up in my pieces, and I use my clothing as a way to create awareness because I did a collection with affirmations and quotes, and I'll show you some stuff after this interview.
For sure.
I'll show you.
For sure.
Definitely.
Man, love, bro. Again, thank you for
so
coming.
Much, man. Peace to you, gangster.
Hey, man, it's been another episode Vibing with Veto. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we gone.
Peace.